Please, while watching this video, please watch to the end of this video. There was something I forgot to add that I added at the end, so please watch till the end so that you can get that info. Bye.
Okay.
So it's all fully furnished.
All furnished. Okay.
So yeah, what you are seeing is what you'll be getting.
Okay.
A small
Okay. And this is available
The shower.
immediately.
It is available now. We need sort of like maybe a 5-day turnaround for the inventory and everything like that.
Okay.
I'll let you go up the stairs.
Alright, thank you.
This is where it gets quirky.
Okay.
Is it just yourself moving into the property?
Myself and my husband.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is nice.
We've got space for office work.
Yeah.
Now that fridge freezer will fit down there, so if you didn't want a tumble dryer,
Okay.
it would give you more room.
Okay, this is the washer and that's the dryer.
Yes.
Okay.
Is it this side?
So this way.
Yeah, it's that side.
Okay. So this is the fridge and this is the freezer.
And that would be your lounge.
Okay. Okay. And you could also pass for another bedroom.
Yes, yeah, I think you do a lot with this house.
Yes, I can.
You can have it in all different sort of ways. It's up to you, really.
Okay. Alright. I think I like it.
Yeah?
I'm viewing houses. Getting an apartment here is way harder than getting visa. This is hard. At first, you will go on Zoopla or Open Rent or any of their sites to ask for to check for the house. Then you call the agency or you call the landlord and you book viewing. I just viewed one house now. I'm going to put up the video while doing this. I just viewed one house now and she said she's going to put me through to the landlord. I had to beg her, please put in nice words for me to the landlord. We need this house as soon as possible. So that one is over. Oh God, if we're able to get this house, just see a supermarket just right around the corner, it would be so nice. So I'm just going around the streets, you know, hoping someone doesn't call police for me. Like going around the streets looking for house to let, and I think this one is for let. I think let me call this one, I don't know. So I saw a let sign just outside the house and I decided to call to know if the house is available. Unfortunately, that one is not available, so I tried booking a taxi. It's not going, so I'm just going to be walking home. I have some other viewings, like 2 to 3 coming up this week. I just hope, see the kind of prayer I've been saying recently.
Hi there.
Martin, come on the way. Come on the way. Come this way. I'm not going to bring it there. Move this way. Move this way.
I can just stay here, right?
Yeah, you can stay there. I'm just going to bring some photos.
So this is it. It can recline to the back, right?
It does, yeah. There's a string here. You see the string there? You just basically pull this down and then it goes down. And then same thing.
Okay, so I can take it here.
Yeah, even the handles are good condition. They're not falling or anything like that. Just to fold it, if you want to know, you just lift this up. And then just fold it over. And if you let it drop, it automatically clips because there's a clip there.
Okay.
So it stays quite close.
Alright, thank you.
So You can lock the wheels also. If you want to swivel or lock it, that goes up and down as well.
Okay. No, it's on funny. This property comes unfurnished, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is
And then you've got storage in here as well. And then obviously the section.
just everything. Okay. So how much is this going for?
This is the open plan kitchen living.
Okay.
One of the bedrooms with an ensuite shower and a toilet. And this is the second bedroom.
This is already empty now.
No.
The long wait to the living room.
But more internal. So where do I wait?
This is nice. Yes. Okay. This one we saw someone that just came and looked at it. This neighbor self has apple. This is a tree. Okay, this is the children's room. It has so many storage. Yes, so. Okay, this is just the storage area. I can even pass for another bedroom.
Or you can even need like maybe small parlor for your children.
Okay,
TV,
yeah.
small chair, you can sit on.
Yeah, that's true.
Is it one room or 2 rooms?
It's 2 rooms, so. Oh, that place is actually a room.
It's too small, it cannot be a room.
And is it this place they are taking as a second room?
You can't put bed here.
This is an office space. Yes,
I think this is it.
this is the second room. It's just be like this. Let me just put a small children's bed here. And that's all.
Oh, that's okay, no worries. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it hardly furnished with the kitchen and something? I'm simple.
Yeah, so what you see is what you're gonna get. Yeah.
Okay.
We've got 2 good sized living rooms.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
washing machine. And is that central heating?
yes.
This is quite big.
What's big?
Yeah.
What's this?
We have a wardrobe or storage space. Yeah, that was a lot. So I'm guessing by now you must have seen the whole video of the houses. So now we are in one of the houses, and I've already done a tour of this house, but I'm going to be posting the video when I've done furnishing in the house, you know. So I'm going to do a before and after video to show you how the house looks like. Then I'm going to also put up a video on how to furnish your house. If you get an unfurnished house, how to furnish it for chicken money. If you get a furnished house, like this one is not fully furnished, it is partly furnished, so there are some things we are going to do, but we are going to take our time because there's nobody coming to visit us. There is nothing we're using furniture to do for now. We are just settling in, so it's going to be gradually. It will not be, you understand, hotter. So the main point of this video is to tell you how to be able to get a house in the UK. Trust me when I say it's hard. I know you're not hearing it for the first time. It's hard, but I'm here to make it a little bit easier for you. So I'm going to be giving you some tips that I used in getting this house. This house is a 2-bedroom terraced duplex, and it's we got it for £695 per month, please. But then again, we didn't pay a deposit. We went for the option of paying the deposit every month. So what we did is what they call deposit here is like what do we call it in our home country, is like damage fee. Exactly, that's the word, the damage fee. So that's the money you will pay to the agent or to the landlord to hold, just in case you spoil anything in the house. That's the money they'll use to repay it. So you're supposed to pay it together with your rent, but we opted not to pay it with our rent. So we're going to be paying it every month. So now the damage fee is the same, is about 800 and something pounds, but they splitted it into 1 month because this tenancy is for 1 year. Sorry, I'm so sorry. The tenancy is for 1 year, so they splitted the money by 12, like the money divided by 12. So we're going to be paying about 42 or 45 pounds every month, additional money to our rent. So you're going to add 45 pounds to 695. That's how much we're going to be paying every month. Sorry, I'm rushing. I'm just trying to make this video as short as possible so that you don't get to start doing fast forward. So renting in the UK, this is how it works. When you get to the UK, I'm going to put up a list of the websites you can go to see houses. There's Zoopla, there is Rightmove, there is Open Rent. Open Rent is the one that you can talk directly to the landlord. There is a spare room. Spare room is like you have 5 bedrooms and they are renting each of the bedroom, like it's a collective, it's a shared apartment. So yes, that's what you get in spare room. There are different types. There is even I'll just list it out here. Let me just go straight into the video. So when you get onto the website and you see a house that you like, you call the landlord or the agents, or you mail them. I won't advise you mailing them because they rarely read their mails. So you have to call, and you are not calling with your home country's number. You're calling with a UK's number, because if you're calling with any number that is not a UK number, they'll think it's scam and they will not pick. So if you're in Nigeria, for instance, look for one of your friends. I know it's going to be hard to get somebody to help you, but just try. Look for one of your friends to help you call the landlord or the agent with his or her UK number to help you request for viewing. So basically you're calling them to request for the viewing. You call and ask, okay, I saw so house in this street, is it available for viewing? They'll say yes, it's available for viewing, and they'll book you for viewing. Sometimes they'll tell you you're number 40 on the list, sometimes they'll tell you they're number 5 on the list and all that, but just book for viewing. So when you book for viewing, they will tell you when to come to view the house. That's the next step. So you go for viewing at that particular time. If you're coming 5 minutes late, they will not even wait for you, they will leave. So make sure you're on time while going for viewing. So after viewing the house, most of the time you're not the only one that is coming to view the house. Sometimes you can be 5, sometimes you can be 10. So normally what they do is they wait for everybody to view the house, and they'll give you an application form. You fill the application form and they submit the application to the landlord. This takes time. You see all those pictures I put, I didn't view all those houses in a day. It took me 1 to 3 weeks, 3 weeks basically, to view all those houses, because you call this one to tell you, okay, viewing is next week Monday. You call this one to tell you viewing is on Wednesday. You call this one to tell you, different viewing dates. So that's how it works. So after viewing the house and they submit your application to the landlord will go through the application of everybody that viewed the house and select the one that he feels is best. The best person he wants to stay in his or her house. So if the landlord selects you, the agency or the agents will reach out to you. If you're doing directly to the landlord will reach out to you himself. But if not, the agency will reach out to you and tell you that the landlord has selected you. You're going to go to the next stage, which is referencing. Referencing is them getting all your documents, your right to rent. Right to rent is a share code on the UKVI website. If you have not gotten it, you can use your BRP to get it. Just go to the UKVI website and type right to rent. If you also want to work, you also have to get your right to work share code. It's also on the same place. So if you've not gotten it, after this video, go and get your right to work and right to rent share code, because any agency will ask you for it. So they'll ask you for your right to rent, they'll ask you for your BRP, they'll ask you for your international passports. Sometimes they'll ask you how much you have in your accounts, like your bank accounts. If you're just new in the UK, most of them will ask you for guarantors. Guarantors is people that will stand in for you just in case you cannot pay your rent. Like, you're coming into the UK, the landlord is meant to see your credit score, but since you're new in the UK, you don't have a credit score yet. So they need somebody that has a credit score, somebody that has been working in the UK for nothing less than 1 year and is earning at least £20,000 in a year. The person will also submit his 3 months bank statement. This talk I'm saying now, it varies from agency to agencies. There are some agencies that will tell you don't bother about guarantors, they will just give you the house like that. But there are some agencies that will require this of you. So if you don't have a guarantor, just make sure you keep it on standby, just in case you get an agent that requires a guarantor. So when you submit all this, they will start referencing, like checking the person's credit score, checking how much you are. But before then, they will tell you to pay a holding deposit. The holding deposit is like 1 week's rent that you have to pay to secure the house, and they remove the house out of the market. So after paying the holding deposit, you start your referencing. After your referencing, they will now tell you when to come and pick your keys to pack into the house. This takes like 5 to 1 week. You get, so it's not something that you just do today, tomorrow. Though there are some agents that can rush it up for you. Like for my own agents, they rushed it for us because I told them I don't want to spend 1 more week in an Airbnb. Like, I don't want to waste more money. We've already stayed in an Airbnb for 3 weeks and I didn't want to waste any more money. So then again, when you're looking out for houses, be looking out for houses that are available to rent immediately. Or if you have not come to the UK yet, be looking out for houses that are available to rent like maybe a week before you come to the UK, because sometimes you can get houses that, let me say you're coming in September and the house will be ready to move in October. So another tip that I need to tell you is, if you're coming with family, most landlords will not want to rent houses to people with family. I don't know why. maybe because of the noise that comes with children, or maybe because of the destruction that comes with children. Most landlords, when you just tell them that you have a child, they will not even accept your application at all. So what I did was that at first I told them, like, if you watched the video when the lady was asking me who is staying in the house, I said it was just me and my husband. So when the landlord accepted us, I now told them that actually my kids have come to join me. Like, it's no longer me and my husband, it's now me, my husband, and 2 kids. The landlord has already accepted me, and they've seen that we can pay our rent. You know, it's easier to move forward. Like, I don't know how to put it, but it's easier that they have accepted you and you now start explaining you have kids than he's just seeing that you have kids and he's canceling you immediately. So maybe that's what worked for us. Though there is a lady that told me that she used that same process and the landlord still rejected her after he found out that she has a kid. So anyone that works for you, just do. This is how I did mine and this is how it worked for me. So another tip I can give you is when viewing a house, always have a personal relation, not really personal, but you know, try to get that touch with the agents, you know, so that just in case, because it's the agent that is dealing directly to the landlord. As I said earlier, I told the agents, like I got familiar with her. I told her, please help me put a word for me to the landlord, and I felt she did that. God bless her. And that was why the landlord was able to give us the house. Another thing is, if you're coming with your family, like my husband is the one schooling, I'm the one working, the person working should be the one in the front asking for the house, because it's easier for them to give a house to somebody that is working than somebody that is schooling, because they know if you're schooling, you're only entitled to 20 hours of work, and maybe the amount of money you get from your work will not be able to pay the rent. There's something now, there is a research that is going on that they found out that most people don't pay their rent. So another thing I can tell you that another tip I can give you is that if you're the one studying and your husband is the one working, let your husband be the one looking for the house, because they will want to hear that the person is working and earning salary. I think what also helped me was that my employee sent a reference to the landlord, I'll be the agents, and told them that I will be able to pay my rent. This is how much I'm going to be earning every month and every year. So maybe that is one of the things that made the landlord feel comfortable and give us the house, just maybe. But then again, if you're the one that is working, tell them that I'm the one working, but my partner is schooling but will be working part-time, while me, I'll be working full-time. Always tell them that. Don't tell them that I've not gotten work yet, and just tell them that I'll be working full-time. If they tell you where are you working, just say I just came into the UK, I've been making applications for job and I've been getting interviews, but I've not been able to secure anyone yet. That's the time they will now ask you for guarantor. But then again, this is just all you need to know, the tips you need to know to get a house. I'm rooting for you. I'm praying for you, because I will not even wish what I went through for my enemy. So please, before you come to the UK, before you come here, if you have anybody here at all that can help you go for viewings, it's possible for you to get a house from your home country. Let the person make the call for you to the agent, do viewing for you, go for viewings for you, and if possible, secure the house for you. I tried doing it for some people, but some people were expecting me to go for the viewings with my money free, like I should trek to the place. I don't even want to go into that long talk. But guys, another thing you need to look out for while renting a house is the distance to the bus station and the distance to the train. Presently, this house is like 1 minute's walk to the bus station, and about 5 minutes drive to the train station. So it's very close. So when you are checking on Zoopla, always check the miles and check the nearest school to your house if you have children. Very important, because during the winter you will not want to be trekking that long distance to go and drop your child in the school. In the UK here, they don't do bus to school. You have to trek to school. children at school age, they have to trek to school. I don't know why they did it that way, but you always trek with your kids to school. So just make sure that your children's school is at least 0 to 1 mile, at most 2 mile. Let it just be at most 4 to 5 minutes walk to your child's school, so that you don't have to trek that long distance to go and drop your child in school and trek again to pick up your child from school. So while searching on Zoopla or Rightmove or anything, always check the distance and check the school, check the nearest Aldi store, check the nearest Tesco store. You know, it's going to always help while looking for a house, so that you don't come to a house now and it will take you almost 30 minutes to get to the bus station. And with this, it's not even it's not compulsory you stay in the same town as where your school or where your work is. You can stay like 45 minutes, at most 1 hour away from your school. It's okay if you see a cheaper house there. Like we are not living in the same town to where my husband's school is, because there's a neighboring town we saw and it's cheaper. So why spend so much in that town when you can get a cheaper town somewhere else? I hope you understand what I mean. I forgot to add the fact that while looking for house to rent, you have to take consideration of the number of people living in the house. For instance, if it's you and your husband alone, you can stay in a studio apartment. You, your husband and a child, you can stay in 1-bedroom apartment. But if you have 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids, you have to start looking from 2-bedroom apartments, 3-bedroom apartments and above. Another thing you need to know is that if you have, for example, 3 kids, 2 girls and a boy, and the boy is already up to 5 years of age, the 3 kids cannot stay in a room. You have to get a room for your son and another room for your daughters, and another room for you and your husband. So you're going to be getting 3-bedroom apartments. So you have to know the size of your family, the sex of your children while looking for a house. This is very, very important, because while looking for a house, they'll ask you how many kids you have, their age and their sex. We've come to the end of the video now. If there's any question you want to ask me about this accommodation stuff, drop it in the comment section, or you can use my DM on Instagram. That's basically everything I have to say about this. If there's any other thing I remember on the course of editing this video, I'll put it up. I'm just trying to rush because I feel this video is already becoming too long. So guys, please do all the nice stuff you do for me. Give me a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section, subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed. Whew, I feel I've spoken too much. Until next time guys, I have other videos I want to make. I'm going to make like the affordable means you can use to furnish your apartment and all that, different sites you could go to get free stuffs and cheap stuffs you can use to furnish your apartment. Until next time guys, see ya, bye.